This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Audible.com. Coming up on Destructoid, Guild Wars and Diablo want you to master their betas. Heyo! We've got Halo 4 screenshots, what's up YouTube views, and a new God of War trailer asks, are you there Zeus? It's me, Kratos. Plus, free Ghost Recon beta codes right now on Destructoid Live.
That's if a chicken was singing your theme song.
Do it again. That's a good song. I like that. Welcome to Destructoid. I am Max Scoville, and this is Anthony Carboni filling in for Tara Long.
Who found out that there was a hologram of Tupac and just immediately got in an RV and drove away.
She woke up so stoned she thought it was Thursday. Anyway, so we got a big show today. Lots of things to talk about. Happy 420, guys. But we've got, let's see, Crysis 3, Halo 4, Guild Wars 2, Miley Cyrus nudes free iPad. But let's talk about, before we get into the meat of the show, you guys might have heard that Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier has entered multiplayer beta ahead of its May 22nd release date. Right now it is only open to people who have pre-ordered the game, but because we are cool and we love you, we have 4 codes to give away on today's show. These are all 360 codes for the Xbox machine. All you have to do is tweet out, I'm watching at Detoid Show live on youtube.com/Detoid to win a Ghost Recon beta code. You gotta just write that on Twitter, and if you don't use Twitter, you should because it's fun. I like Twitter. Anyway, it's all in a very elaborate trick to make people watch our show. Haha!
Sneaky.
And of course, you guys have to be subscribed to us on YouTube and following us on Twitter for this to work.
Also, we're gonna start with 10 of you as finalists, and then have you fight to the death.
Yep.
And 4 will get the codes.
The slap fight will be held in a small children's swimming pool.
It's gonna be a pencil fight to the death.
Weird. Anyway, a few weeks ago, some rumors started flying around that Bethesda's Prey 2 was gonna be canceled, and these rumors led to something of a public outcry from prospective fans of the game. Jim Sterling and I got to see this open-world space bounty hunter parkour shooter video game in action
That
at E3.
genre is so crowded now.
It's so cool. It's so great. It's like Space Cowboys, but I don't know. We saw it at E3 last year, and we were both very worried that this wouldn't see the light of day. Thankfully, Bethesda has finally come forth and made a statement on the matter, saying that no, Prey 2 is not canceled, and that the game will not be released in 2012 as planned, and that the delay is due to the fact that game development has not progressed satisfactorily this past year, and the game does not currently meet our quality standards. Prey 2 has shown great promise, and we regret disappointing our fans. But seriously.
Bethesda quality standards. I'm sorry, there aren't enough places where you clip through the geometry.
We don't have any rotating heads or invisible typewriters.
At no point in this game does your system lock up and lose your save.
We haven't figured out how to red ring the PS3. No, but seriously, Bethesda makes some buggy games sometimes. But however, this game looks really cool, and there is actually some debate as to whether or not that's the real reason for the delay. A source from inside Prey 2's developer, Human Head Studios, has claimed that the studio was unhappy with a deal that they made with ZeniMax. Allegedly, this had been a problem since November, and a number of devs had actually gone on strike, like coal miners or factory workers. Human Head laid some of these employees off with plans of rehiring them under a better contract, and negotiations were supposedly underway, but apparently things took a turn for the worse on March 2nd. Now again, this is a standard rumor, and warnings apply, and everything should be taken with a grain of salt, and all sales are final, but if nothing else, Prey 2 is safe for now. The last Metroid is in captivity, and hopefully the game gets made and we can play it because it looks cool.
Fingers crossed. Speaking of games that have been radio silent, let's talk about Thief 4. It was announced way back in 2009, and since then we've learned that Eidos Montreal is working on it. That's the same studio that resurrected the Deus Ex franchise with last year's Human Revolution. And we've also learned... No, that's all we learned. That's it. Since then they've been working in stealth mode with nary a peep to us gaming journalists. Until now. The folks at OXM got a chance to chat with studio manager Stéphane Dastus, French, about the project and managed to glean a few interesting details. Notably, he said the game would be bringing more than just stealth. Now, seeing as how this is one of the classic stealth franchises, I am super curious about what he has in mind. Logic seems to dictate that they're opening it up to game to like more play styles like Deus Ex, but I'm not really sure how that would work in Thief, because Thief is about sneaky stealth. Although the Thief games always had multiple ways to accomplish objectives, you couldn't really just like muscle your way through, and I'm hoping that's still going to be true. We'll have to keep speculating though, since Dastus failed to elaborate further, saying only that there are a number of challenges to bringing back a great cult IP, but we consider it like a new IP, and we're going to respect the spirit of the franchise like we did with Deus Ex. Deus Ex was the kickstart of a new series of great games, and Thief will be a part of that. We don't want to deliver the same each time. Our mandate is to bring new stuff to the table, games that we'll be talking about for years.
You know, I think it's funny that they always do that. You know, when they're resurrecting a franchise,
we're respecting
it's always like
the classic IP, but we're bringing the new game style to
now,
it.
son, I know I'm starting to date your mother, but I promise you, I'm not trying to replace your father. He was a good man. I know I'm your uncle.
But immediately call me dad and forget about your father.
We're gonna go bowling, and you're gonna have a good time.
Or else.
Don't talk to your mother like that.
Your dad never existed. Now, there's also been some rumors that Thief 4 will be sporting an online mode, but nothing is confirmed. So, there you have it. The big story is the studio making the game hopes that the game will appeal to people and that it'll be good. Journalism.
Yeah.
Seriously, Square Enix, just please reveal some solid info about the game already. Unfortunately, the smart money says that we won't hear more until at least after Hitman Absolution launches, but there's always the the chance of a surprise E3 unveil. Let's keep our fingers crossed and our light gem dark. I made a Thief joke.
That was a good joke there that you made. Yeah, sometimes these big stories always break right after we've finished an episode of the show. In today's, it's the case of God of War and their new trailer for Ascension. It came out like 10 o'clock on the night of the 18th, so we just gone home and forgotten about video games.
We were like half in the bag
Stupid
already.
Video games. Of course, the internet totally saw this already, and there was rumors beforehand, so it wasn't really like anyone was surprised about a new God of War game. And you guys have probably watched it already, but screw it, we're gonna watch it again.
You will watch this trailer.
We're gonna watch it. God of War Ascension is a prequel and follows Kratos before he turned into the furious, raging asshole that millions of sexually frustrated teenage boys know and love. And of course, the teaser trailer is mostly conceptual and doesn't actually reflect the gameplay, but hey man, what if it did? What if God of War Ascension was the first game in which everything was made out of blood? Everything. Fucking Kratos was made of blood, the chains were made of blood, the pillars, and the ladies, and the dogs, and the snakes.
Blood.
Blood everywhere. Glorious game ever.
The game they've wanted to make since the beginning of the
Blood
series.
Puncher! Blood of blood! Blood of gore! So Sony Santa Monica said this will be the most ambitious God of War game yet. Oh my god, they said it. It must be true. That's the kind of thing that video game companies tend to say. However, in a blog post on the official PlayStation blog, the game's director, Todd Papey, has said that there will be a big announcement on April 30th. I'm sorry, his name is weird.
Papey?
I don't know. Papey Pappy, what? Capybara. Anyway, big announcement April 30th at 8 a.m. Eastern time, so I guess we're going to have to wait and find out whether or not the game is actually properly bloody. But it's interesting because it's a prequel. It's not God of War. It's like Kratos of whatever it was beforehand.
So yeah, this is the Kratos before we get to know him and how
teen
before
Kratos.
he had his anger. But it looks like there's just as much anger.
You know, when I was younger, I was actually more angry.
Yeah.
You know, are they gonna be? I hope there's like QuickTime events where you're like slamming your bedroom door and you're like, "Fuck you, mom!" And then you go over to your CD player and you're like, "I want to listen to some ooh ah ah," you know? And then, you gotta tap buttons to get down with the sickness.
Kratos.
We make fun of teenagers, but
jeans.
we want to be them again so badly.
I want to be a teen. We're going to continue today's focus on sequels with some screenshots from Halo 4. The mysterious website All Games Beta somehow got their hands on another leak from one of the biggest games of 2012. If you remember, these are the same dudes that posted the leaked Assassin's Creed 3 screenshots a few weeks ago. How do they do it? It's a mystery.
They're magic.
This time, it's a whole bunch of art from Halo 4, and while they don't contain any huge revelations, they do look damn pretty. We still don't know who the new enemy will be, but we've got glimpses of some familiar enemies like grunts and elites, as well as some high-res shots of Master Chief's new armor set, and a look at the tiger print armor, which I have to assume is a multiplayer skin, or just Halo's just gotten that much more fabulous.
Fabulous!
We've also got some in-game screenshots of the game's multiplayer mode, which we saw in the first look trailer a while back. And finally, we get an in-game look at the game's campaign mode, showing off a slightly redesigned UI that's now curved and looks a little more naturalistic than it has in previous games. It's a little Metroid Prime-y. And that's about it. They've also got some concept art showing off new environments, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, go check it out at allgamesbeta.com. They're basically an enigma of a game site covered in secret sauce, deep-fried mystery dough, and served in a souvenir tote bag.
Covered in jewels. Yeah, I actually can't tell if I hate that website or not because they have the dumbest name and the worst layout. They're using clip art, for God's sake. But I can't tell if I might love them because they pretty much just get straight to the point and they post nothing but the things that I actually want to see. And they have a slutty anime girl as their header image, so it's sort of like,
I feel like you're leaning more towards the latter.
I like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, in addition to posting leaked Halo screenshots, concept art, fabulous armor, they also posted a series of animated GIFs or GIFs, whichever.
It's GIFs.
I don't care. The latest Crysis 3
though.
trailer, which is a thing that came out, and they posted little animated pictures, graphics, interchange formats, and actually watching these GIFs or GIFs is probably more. Shut up! It's probably more effective than actually viewing the trailer itself, because the trailer is a teaser trailer for a proper trailer that we're apparently going to be seeing on Tuesday. Here's the trailer now.
Don't blink.
It's 18 seconds long. It's very cool. It's very cool. You get a look at some of there. Oh, it's over already. See, it's over.
I hope you didn't have anything in your eye during that.
Yeah, did you blink? It looks cool. You get a look at some of New York under a biodome, and you get some sexy compound bow action. But for God's sake, 18 seconds, and that's including the ESRB warning at the beginning and the Crysis logo at the end. So yeah, Bethesda posted their teaser image of Dishonored from the trailer for that, even though there have been screenshots for 8 months. God of War releases a teaser trailer made entirely out of blood, and EA drops an 18-second trailer to promote their regular trailer. Anthony, my dear boy, I swear, some people will do the stupidest things to promote products.
You got that right.
I'm going to actually take a word from our sponsor, but first, let's take some questions. We got some good ones here.
I'd love to take some questions.
Let's see. SX07 says, it's GIFs, fuck you, Max.
Wow, that's a little in your face.
That's a mean thing to say to a person. That's terrible.
You just didn't know, guys.
I'm coming to your house later.
Gosh.
Let's see. Question, Prey 2 or Dishonored? Obviously, we're both going to get both because Bethesda makes six games. Which are you more stoked for? Personally, Prey 2.
Prey 2.
Prey 2. I'm big for like open world stuff. Dishonored looks cool.
I like the look of Prey 2 though a little better. I just like the whole style of Prey 2.
It's like a game where you play as like Blade Runner Zam Wessel. Like that's awesome. And I'm more for like I like stuff that's more relatable. And I've never been to like fancy old-fashioned like petticoat parties. Whereas I do like to go to scummy dive bars and pretend that they're full of aliens. So that's a thing. Let's see. TechMonkey74 says, Anthony, are you still in a relationship with the Terra doll? I don't know. I see her over there eyeing you.
She's not returning my Facebook messages.
I'm going to take a word from her sponsor. You go grab that sexy doll.
I'm not grabbing the doll.
Please grab the doll.
I'm not doing it.
It's covered with hand sanitizer.
Tara was so mad at me last time.
Oh, God. Listen up, dummies. Listen up, guys. Reading books makes you get unstupid, but sometimes we are too lazy to read for ourselves. Thankfully, they now make books that will read to us.
Thank God. I am a busy man.
We are busy men. Audible.com is the world champion provider of digital audiobooks and spoken word stuff to listen to. They've got over 100,000 titles to choose from and can be downloaded to your iPod or MP3 player and played back anytime, anywhere. Think about it. Now you can read books with your ears while using your hands and eyes to do stuff like lift weights, drive race cars, and shoot guns. And if you like weightlifting, race cars, and guns, Audible's even got some books about those things, plus tons of other stuff like history, science fiction, business humor as like one genre, and more. You want to read a badass book? Check out Robert Heinlein's A Stranger in a Strange Land. It's about a Martian dude who totally bangs out with some sexy ladies and then joins the circus. Other stuff happens too, but really you should check that book out. audiblepodcast.com/Destructoid. Go there and you will get a free audiobook download of your choice when you sign up today. Again, that is audiblepodcast.com/Destructoid. Go read some books with your ears.
Boom.
Get smart.
Just like that.
What's up?
You know, guys, if you thought we were keeping the sequel talk in the first half of the show, then you don't know about video games, because every video game now is a sequel. All of them. Anyway, if you never got into the Diablo 3 beta and you just can't wait until May 15th, cancel all of your plans for this weekend, because Blizzard just dropped a big bomb of awesome on everyone this morning when they revealed that they'd be opening up the beta this weekend to stress test the servers. Players will be able to play through part of the game's first act and play each of the 5 classes up to level 13, including the new Bowtie Baby class, apparently.
Scary Bowtie Stairway Baby.
If you've been following the beta coverage so far, you probably won't find anything new. But hey, at least you can do the clicking for yourself. Personally, my client is downloading as we speak. The Diablo series is like a big missing link in my gaming knowledge.
Really?
I always had like a really crappy computer, like the worst computer.
Damn, even I played that.
And like PC games were just always kind of like nightmarish for me. Like I played it a little bit at friends' houses, but I'm kind of looking forward to like actually having a good computer and sitting down with this one and figuring out what Diablo is all about.
Oh, there's a lot of clicking. That's what you do in that game. You click.
I'm ready for it.
Now, while we're talking about betas, it's a good time to mention that Guild Wars 2's first beta weekend is happening next weekend. In case you missed it, NCSoft announced that they are allowing all people who have pre-purchased the game to participate in the beta weekend. So if you are interested in the game, and it seems like a lot of you are, it's probably best to just go pre-purchase it right now. Given the number of folks who have commented on our episodes begging for Guild Wars 2 coverage, I have a feeling that a lot of you are already clearing your calendars for next weekend, and hopefully, after that we'll have some new hands-on impressions and gameplay to give you guys, provided there's no top secret non-disclosure agreement or anything like that. It's nice that Blizzard or NCSoft are kind of spacing these out.
Yeah, totally.
I think if they're both happening at the same weekend, the internet would just explode.
There would be no more servers left.
We'd all just find our virginity simultaneously. And people who are in the middle of having sex would forget how. They're like, what am I doing? I don't know. I'm lost. I'm sorry, that was mean. Which are you guys more excited for? Diablo 3 or Guild Wars 2 or weekends in general? I don't know. Tell us an exciting thing. Tell us. You are an expert of net diving. You're a net diver, and sometimes you find cool, exciting game-like things on...
Sometimes I reach down into the bowels of the internet. I put on my latex glove.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, we told you guys about the Molly Jam. You remember this?
Yes.
This was a 48-hour game jam based around the tweets of a Peter Molyneux parody account named Peter Molyneux, which is the weirdest thing ever.
I've told tons of people about that, and I still have no idea what the hell happened.
Yeah, and then when you tell people about it, they look at you like you're crazy, and you look at them like, yeah, I know I'm crazy. But anyway, games have been kind of trickling out over the last few weeks from it. And ladies and gentlemen, the latest is amazing. Rambo: Last Blood is a game about Rambo getting hit by a bus and having to hug the ghost of all the ninja commandos he's ever killed so he can get into the Lobster Fest dinner in Valhalla. Yes. Every screen requires you to find the hidden ninja ghost and then tear off your shirt to trigger a timing-based hug mini-game. It looks like Sword and Sorcery, it makes Ghostbusters, RoboCop, and Metal Gear references, and it is a totally free Flash game. I just want you guys to know that I've already filled out the paperwork required to make creator Peter Javidpour my best friend in the whole wide world, so do not try to cockblock me on this one. You see that level? That's from the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
You have to turn on the boombox and start doing pottery to get the ninja ghost to come up behind you to hug you.
It's a really cool game. It's a cool idea, and I like it a lot. But that's a cool thing. Do you guys think it's cool that Anthony came on to tell us about the misery he found on the internet? Do you want to hear more about the hell pit of indie gaming that he traverses?
You're not making it sound like a lovely proposition.
I need AAA games. I need AAA games about shirtless dudes with the graphics and the polygons. If you guys want more of Anthony's weird bag of mysteries, you should let us know or something. We got some winners for our contest. Do we have contest winners? Hello, anybody? Let's do some questions first. I'm talking to people in my head right now. Okay, let's see. Weatherstein91 says, will Halo 4 have old school maps? I have no idea, but they did just sort of re-release the first Halo game.
Will it have Forge stuff? It's got Forge stuff, maybe.
I don't know anything about Halo, man. I suck at Halo. Let's see. Here's a question, guys. If you could choose any feature to put in the next generation consoles, what would it be? Virtual reality, holograms, etc. That's from Chronos5618.
Man, we've reached this period of time where I think everything's just so streamlined and working perfectly. Except for motion control, which we talked about last week.
Bethesda games.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just such a clean art form now. I'm just kind of wondering what the next thing is, because I can't think of anything that I want more out of this type of video game. Maybe augmented reality. That would be kind of cool.
Augmented reality. Well, we have a bunch of that.
But I mean really good augmented reality.
Giant reality that's been augmented so much.
Just the most
you just
augmented.
Want to get small.
Yeah.
Just get real small.
I don't know, some good high-res glasses you put on, and then maybe stuff is in your house. Maybe Resident Evil is in your house. I've always wanted that.
It sounds terrible.
It sounds terrible.
I would
awesome.
go with something that works without when you're eating food, because I was with cheese balls. You get stuff on your finger, Cheetos and cheese balls and stuff. It sucks. Chicken wings, stuff like that.
Maybe
I want
some sort of
Scotch Guard for my Xbox controller or something.
Or wet nap technology.
What about
right into the
sponge controllers that you can just kind of wipe your hands off on? I'm gross. Do we have anything else?
We have no ideas. We have no ability to think about the future at all.
Okay, here's a question. What class are you going to play as in Diablo 3?
Bowtie Baby.
Oh yeah, totally. Bannister Bowtie Baby. It's very exciting. Let's see. We've got some winners of our contest. Let's see. Mysterious Icon, Gamers Ballad, Trenton, Elliott, and DeLon are the winners. Go check your Twitter DMs. Make sure you're following us and subscribed and all that jazz, and we will send you some.
You guys should know that if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not watching us live, like, don't tweet.
Yeah.
We just gave them out. We gave it out. It's like
This was a live thing?
Yeah. There are no more. It's over.
Yeah. If the comments are like flying by really quickly on the side of your screen, then that means it's still live, but otherwise no. Here's one question. 59D4 says, is Tupac alive?
That hologram is super convincing.
Here's a question for you. Were you alive when Tupac was alive? Damn teenagers.
Like really alive? Like truly alive spiritually? Or like just physically?
I don't know. You're just
was I living life to the fullest when Tupac was alive?
God, you're just spinning your wheels now. I think that's it for today. I think we're done.
Okay.
I think we should probably, go home and lock our doors before the reefer madness sets in San Francisco erupts into riots.
Hey, Max.
What?
I've already been infected.
Oh no, he's so stoned on the pot! Anyway, we've been really busy this week, and there's a bunch of cool stuff that you guys should check out. I actually interviewed Bethesda's High Archmage of PR, whatever PR stands for, Pete Hines, about Skyrim's Kinect integration on the Detoid channel.
Oh.
That's right here. He's wearing his cloak of major sportsmanship.
Which gives him a +5 to
sports, hockeys. And also we've got some stuff over on youtube.com/rev3games where we put other fun things. We've got this week's Casual Friday going up soon, in which Anthony, Jackie Talbot, and I talk about sex and ladies and boobs and The Witcher 2 because it's funny, and search engine optimization.
Miley Cyrus
WTF,
nudes,
free iPad,
XXX,
Selena Gomez.
Kittens.
Yep, Justin
Epic
Bieber.
win.
Epic mealtime. As always, you guys can follow us on Twitter. The show is at Detoid Show, and I am at Max Scoville, and the wonderful man next to me, who is so weird sometimes, is A. Carboni. And if you want to keep up to date with the even weirder things that Tara's probably seeing at Coachella right now, she is at Tara Longest on the Twitter machines. Anthony, is there anything you want to add before we go?
Yeah, the Fez soundtrack came out today. If you bought it, I had an interview with Disaster Piece, who talked about how he made the soundtrack, especially now that we've found that there are hidden messages within the soundtrack.
I'm done.
There's a lot of stuff going on there, so...
Fuck it, you guys are right. Phil Fish is an asshole. I can't do it anymore.
There are codes, man.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to MP3s backwards.
Damn it. But yeah, that's over on Rev3 Games, so go check out that channel too, because it's fun things happen there. It's not all here, but it's here too. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. Be safe, be smart, don't kill nobody.
Pot makes you kill people.
Don't kill people. Good night.
All of the greatest...
Oh, it's here! Ah!